Greetings and salutations, my dear audience. This is Joe St. Egg Benedictus coming at you with another vintage Bible review of the Marked Reference New Testament chain of reference system for Bible study by none other than the Billy Graham Association. There you go, from 1972. But before I get into that, I want to just give a shout out to all the visionaries and mystics out there and my pal Mike. Hope you're doing well as we're heading into summer this season and just dabbling in all kinds of things. This came across my desk through the used bookstore, and I picked it up real quick just because look at those colors. Just amazing retro design here. You'll see when we open it up that there are reference systems to these three different categories. Let's just jump right into it. And I'm going to show you, even though this is a New Testament, how action-packed this little Bible is. All right. So there you go. It's the King James Version. 4 categories: salvation, the Holy Spirit, temporal blessings, and prophetic subjects. I wonder how they decide on those 4 versus any other topic, but, I'm sure they used it within their crusades, used it on the road. We have the editor of the Christian Workers' New Testament, so I'm sure they had some part in that as well, by Zondervan. Copyright is 1972. So you can see all the publication dates there. An introduction by Billy Graham. There you go, if you want to read that. So there are several parts of the Bible. First, you get into the different aspects of the categories with their respective colors. These cross references, okay? So you have in one place all of the particular coding or the coding system, and then you have a different style here with based on the reference. So you have these like particular subjects, like Christ died to save sinners, so that's D. E, God knows every secret sin. Somebody worked really hard on this. And when you think about all of these groupings of verses, somebody had to decide where to put these verses and how to do them. Then, and it has it for every particular subject. And I guess you can use it as a chain. But, it's quite an undertaking. And pretty colors. The blue, I think, is prophetic. So Christ's sure victory over all enemies. Hope of universal peace realized, descent of Christ in the church, millennium reign of Christ. So somebody put a lot of work into this, and I think it's pretty amazing. The thing that I want to kind of go back to the amazing part is, 1, this is not a high-priced premium Bible, and there's a lot of material in it. 2, it's not that thick. Maybe I would say a little over a half an inch. But it has all of those references, and then you actually have, of course, the Bible, with all of the color coding in it, with cross references at the end of every color code. And you can see the font size is not compromised at all, even with middle references there. It has to be about 10 or 11 font. So between all the material that you get, the cross-references, the work that somebody put into this reference system, the font size, and then at the end, you have other helps. This is Revelation 22, the harmony of the Gospels. So you have a list of all those. And then 5,500 questions and answers on the Bible. So, did God make all things complete at once? No, for the earth was without form and void. Darkness was upon the face of the earth, and I guess you assume that it's made in 7 days, right? So you get these Bible answers, which is a wonderful reference tool. Then, lots of questions and answers. Where did Elijah ascend? Beyond Jordan, opposite of Jericho. By whom was Jericho chiefly inhabited at this time? By students in the schools of the prophets. That's pretty, esoteric questions. It's not like just general questions. So somebody had to put all this together, and I think that's how it ends. Yep. Let's see what the last question is. What is discussed in chapter 22 of Revelation, the river of life, closing words? And then there you have it. So within a very small Bible, soft cover, nothing premium about it, at the used bookstore, you get a ton of references, a ton of helps, wonderful Bible, good font, easy to read, verse by verse. You can't beat it. Some of these vintage Bibles are amazing, and this is one of them. And I always like evangelism Bibles and Christian helpers and Christian workers Bibles and things like that. I have a little collection of them. Someday I'll do just a video on all the Christian workers Bibles I have, but either way, they make for the greatest Bibles, and I wish they would continue to make them. Maybe they do, and I just don't know about it, but I'm always on the lookout for new ones or more contemporary ones, but even the contemporary ones don't have this amazing of a cover. All right, one more thing before I go. I'm sure you're kind of looking that way to see what is over here. Today I'm starting a puzzle. I got it at the used bookstore, thanks to my friend Cindy at the bookstore who put this aside for me, on pencils, 1,000-piece puzzle. Just a photograph of a bunch of pencils. I know there are pencil fans out there, so I figured I'd show it off. I'm going to start putting this together, watching some TV, and going from there, and having fun with my pencils. And you want some food, Minnie? Want some cheese? Want some cheese? Let's see. Do you want to eat? It's a good!